This is O-Talk, a podcast covering the Ontario Hockey League. From people within the game. Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the O-Talk podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Jacklin, joined alongside Josh Kim and Frankie Benvenuti. How you boys doing this past month, really? Starting with you, Frank.
You know what? It's been a while away. I'm not used to seeing you guys at this point anymore, but I guess we're back into it now. I'm excited for season 2. Hopefully it ends a little bit different for my side here, but yeah, I'm excited to be back.
How about you, Josh? By the way, boys, we have passed our year anniversary since our first ever pod, just so you
We have
know.
like 8 episodes since then too. That's crazy.
Well, I feel like we keep kind of saying that we're back. This actually feels like we're back because like the season's right around the corner. I mean, we're all really busy, but like it feels like we're back. We have some new ideas. Summer was the summer. But I just want to say, on the note that we passed our 1 year anniversary, like that's pretty cool. What started off as like kind of like a passion project, I feel like still kind of is, and we all have fun doing it. But to say that we've kept it up for at least a year, and looking at the viewership stats, not like that matters or anything, but it's been pretty good. Like it's been way better than I thought, which kind of tells me, if anything, that there's a market for these kinds of things, or people just like looking at our faces and hearing our voices through.
I doubt it's the faces thing, but
yeah, I doubt that.
I find it kind of funny that it's only the first year anniversary too, because we've been talking about doing this for like years at this point.
Yeah, and to be honest, like even though it's a busy year coming up, I think the opportunities for this show in general are a lot bigger. We could probably do like a live show at a game if we want to, have some fans talking to a mic or something like that. But yeah, I mean, not to give away the future too much, but it feels like it's just because it's going much better than we thought, and it's just a fun time to do, and a fun time to talk about the things that you're passionate about. So on that note, as we change from our regular scheduled programming, we're going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to pass it back to Jordan to tee us off, but I mean, this is kind of my idea, but Jordan, I mean, take it away, man.
Yeah, for sure, Josh. We're going to kind of focus on one topic at a time per episode now. So I figured today we'd talk a little bit about expansion. You know, in hockey, are you hearing about it a lot? Oh, Atlanta may be getting the team for the 3rd straight time in the NHL. You just hear this a lot now. But what about in the OHL? I've checked around. There have been some articles on it, but generally kind of a dead zone. So I figured why not light that fire and give our takes on OHL expansion.
And that's just the start of it. Like, that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to like what we could talk about with this league. I mean, if that means shorter episodes, then so be it. But I mean, focusing on one particular topic throughout an episode will hopefully give a chance for our listeners to kind of like get their opinion on this a little more. And not just hear us talk and ramble through whatever happened. Obviously, we're going to still touch on the big news and get interviews and players on. But overall, like, I think this is probably a good thing. Just from a podcast perspective, it's a good thing that we're kind of taking this niche approach and trying to just provide some more context, I guess, throughout the show. But Jordan, I feel like you have some stuff prepared. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, or was it today? I don't even know. But we talked about this, and I'm kind of excited. I'm looking forward to it.
And for everyone, like, what are these guys doing? Why are you not talking about hockey? There are games on right now. Well, I figured, I guess if we wait a week, there'll be more games to talk about, pretty much right up to the start of the regular season, closing out the preseason. We'll talk about our breakout candidates next week, so don't worry. We will pay attention to what's happening on the ice
Spoiler
next
alert.
week.
Oh, my goodness.
Potentially.
Great.
But nonetheless, we're going to talk about expansion, and these are some of the teams in the conversation that I've seen in online discourse over the past few years. Overtime Heroics released an article about a year ago before Hamilton moved to Brantford, so they were in the conversation. But some other interesting names here. And I'm just going to get your quick thoughts on these 4 teams in particular. Before we actually choose our own teams, I did assemble a list of teams that were not mentioned in this article, but we'll start with what Overtime Heroics had. They had Detroit as an option. Could you ever see the OHL considering Detroit as a market. I know they're not even in Ontario, but I mean, we've seen it with other teams as well. Could Detroit be a market in the OHL?
I don't know if Detroit would be per se. I think, I mean, if like in our theoretical situation here, I think we're talking about adding 4 teams and getting up to 24.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sold as reasonable. I think eventually they will try to get all 3 leagues to 22. But that being said, like, let's pretend for a second that 24 is the number that we're trying to get to. I think that we would have 2 new American cities at that point. I don't think Detroit would be one of them, but I think that there would be an attempt to continue growing into the States, because we, like, even just looking at the Memorial Cup this year, that was an important thing to put that in the US. So
what are your thoughts, Josh?
I don't want to disrespect like whoever wrote that article for Overtime Heroics, but there's like absolutely no chance in any feasible universe that Detroit gets an OHL team. There's no way. And the main reason for that is the market is just, it's already there for the Red Wings. Like, why put another team there? And I have no idea what that would even look like. Like, I don't know where they'd play. I don't know what that would even look like. But like, if we're talking about another city in Michigan, to Frankie's point, that could easily happen. And most likely, maybe not most likely, but that could easily happen. Definitely feasible. I'd like to see if we are going in that direction and kind of expanding to American cities. I'd like to see a new state get involved potentially. Yeah. We're talking like New York State, the upper New York State, where.
Well, don't worry, you'll get your chance there, Josh. This is only just.
I don't know what this article looks like, so I don't know. But to answer your question, I guess, Jordan, my thoughts on that is incredibly impossible, very impossible, and will not happen, should not happen, and it just won't.
Well, remember, the OHL had team somewhat in the Detroit region with the Plymouth Whalers before they moved 2015 to Flint. And I mean, there was a reason they had to move as well. So,
but at the same time, like, you know, Flint and Saginaw still aren't too far from Detroit. So like, you're still talking about, even if it's out in the suburbs, it's still kind of not really Detroit at the same time. So.
Speaking about Plymouth, by the way, one of the best hockey logos I think anyone's ever seen.
Good. I still love it.
Oh my goodness. Like, just an unreal logo. But anyways.
Alrighty, Frankie, this one's kind of for you. I've seen this on multiple sites.
I think Cornwall. I know what you're going to say.
Do you think Cornwall should have an OHL team?
Yes, 100%. It's actually funny because we're going there on Saturday. It's been a venue used for preseason games for the last, I want to say since like 2014, 2015.
So it's 5,000 seat arena.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's
what's the name of that rink?
Couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
They have a farm boy in Cornwall. That's pretty cool.
It's not like out of the middle of nowhere. I mean, to me, it's probably bordering. I mean, you can make fun of my geographical.
Is it called the Benson Center?
No, they have.
Cornwall Civic Complex. That's what it is.
That's the one.
Sorry, Frank. I'm just looking at like
it's
pictures
a big place
on Google. The first one, man.
What are you seeing, Josh? Help our audio listeners.
Well, maybe we could throw this up in the YouTube version, but it looks oddly similar to the Odd in Kitchener, just like with the seat structure and how steep it goes up the wall.
It almost reminds me more of like if you think about those like soccer stadiums in Europe, the really old ones that have no corner seats and it's just like 4 straight grandstands.
Yeah, that's what the other thing. That's fair. That's fair. I will say this reminds. I think, like, to be honest, this is kind of like first of all, they have a jumbotron already, so that's already a big plus. So I don't know if any of you have been to Peterborough. I know Frankie has.
Yep. Don't remind me. But it's very similar.
The seats are very similar to the Odd and the Memorial Center in Peterborough, where it goes basically straight up, and there's not really a break in seats at all. And then the roof is like this yellow like pillared roof. And I don't know if there's any listeners from Oakville, but like the Oakville Blades Junior A rink also kind of looks like that, like in the roof where it looks like a bunch of pipes are interconnecting with one another. This is kind of cool, honestly. This is like your typical junior hockey rink in Ontario. This is sick. I like it. I like it a lot.
For Ottawa's sake, I really want Cornwall because right now our closest away game is Kingston, which is 2 hours away, right? And Cornwall, I think, is about an hour. But then again, like I've also made this argument that I think Cornwall might actually become a Q city at some point.
That's what I was thinking, Frankie. I'm looking at the map right now. It is so close to Quebec.
It's very close. It's very, very close to the.
It's
to Quebec.
Actually, no, it's legit on the border of Quebec.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's. I mean, to be fair, it's also right on the corner. It's right on
the border of the U.S. too. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, and I believe Vermont is also I mean, it's not. It's closer to New York than it is Vermont, but Vermont is a Q territory, whereas New York State is an OHL territory.
Interesting.
So it's one of those cities that I think is probably going to get a team eventually. And don't forget, they did have the Cornwall Royals way back when. It's just, I would love it to be in the O, but I really wouldn't be shocked if the Q tried to take it.
It's certainly possible. Heading on to our next team now. Just specifies York Region. And if there was a team in the York region, it would be the first time since '94 when the Newmarket Royals stayed in that region for a bit, for a couple of years, before going to Sarnia to become the Sting. Could the York region, anywhere there, get a team? I'll hand it off to you, Josh. Where in York would you put a team?
Oh, that's an interesting one, Jordan. And as much as I think I would love a team in York region, super close to all of us, or me and Jordan, at least in the Toronto area. Again, decently far away from the Toronto market where I think a junior market could thrive. I don't know. Like, I don't really know. I don't know how I feel about that one. And like, I know you're putting me on the spot a little bit, but like, it's good, but it's also bad. Like, I don't even think that as much as it's far away enough from Toronto, depending on where they put it, like if they put it in Newmarket, that'd be cool. But as much as it's far away enough from Toronto, I still think it's way too populated for people to even pay attention, because just looking at what happened with Mississauga and how little fans they get, that could easily happen in a York region team. And York region is very broad, so I don't even know what that would look like. So I'm cautiously a fan, but I don't think it's going to happen just because the complexity, they're going to have to like narrow down that scope if they're even going to think of putting a team there. And the one that I would think actually would probably be on my list for expansion would probably be Newmarket.
Okay.
That's the thing, right? You have to, I have done a little bit of research with this. You are not bringing a team to a city that doesn't have an arena built right now.
Exactly. And
Newmarket has one. That
Newmarket has
3,700, which would work.
It's not the worst rink in the world, but it's very far from the best. Like, if people think that the Brantford Civic Center needed renovations, this one, having played at this rink before as a teenager, this one needs some renovations too, if a team were ever to go there.
But also, if you sink $10 million into an arena like that I'm looking at it right now, it needs new press boxes and it needs a new scoreboard, and it probably needs more renovations for concourses.
Look at that
stuff
roof.
like that. But if you sink $10 million into it, you can get it to a way better place than you can saying, hey, we need to build the rink from scratch.
Yeah.
Because that's probably going to cost you at least a couple $100 million.
Yeah. And honestly, just
not a new roof, but like it you know what? It's not the worst one.
It's like a Q rink.
It does have a press box, which is interesting.
It reminds me a lot of the arena that Chicoutimi plays in the Q. If you want to Google that one real quick.
I'll Google that.
They're very, very similar looking.
Rink.
Well, as Josh types that, I mean, one commonality.
What's it called? Centre Georges Vezina Center?
I think so.
Okay, that doesn't look too bad.
Okay, what are you seeing?
It's just kind of like an old school rink. The outside's cool. I'll be honest, the outside's sick.
Yeah, the problem with the OHL is I think the standard of arena is a lot higher than you would see in the Q is the example, right? The Q has a lot of really, really old arenas, whereas the OHL has kind of moved, Tribune is relatively new, and Leon's and Kingston's relatively new, and Budweiser's pretty new, and even like some of these other arenas, like the one in Flint is relatively new, and Saginaw just dumped a whole bunch of money in. So I think we'd look at an arena like that in the Q and go, yep, that's suitable. And in the OHL, it needs more work.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Newmarket's interesting though. Like that's an interesting one to even just like think about.
And then the
What's the
last
last one on that list, Jordan?
city we can talk about right now in terms of this first segment, Chatham, Kent. You know, it's a place that could be developed. They have their new inter-county baseball league. Is the sport market growing there? Could they have a chance? I don't even know what type of arena they have at Chatham, Kent, but they were listed as a potential option.
They have the Chatham Memorial Center, which is 2,400 seats.
So definitely some renovations probably needed.
So I think that's interesting that Jordan brings that up because Jacklin Kent is like a notorious, like, am I back? Sorry. Am I back? Don't know what happened there. This is actually really interesting because, as I was saying, Chatham Kent is actually a hotbed for hockey players, just like in general.
Mhm.
So this would be cool to do.
There's a lot of players from
And-
there, like TJ Brody's from there, just to name one.
Yeah, and I think
Brady Stonis is from near there too. I could be wrong on that one, but
this one like almost could work if, like, you know, if this was the list of options, and this is like a perfect middle ground between Michigan and London. I feel like.
Yeah,
I mean, it's. I don't know if there's something in. I really don't know the geography of this place very much, but the arena's small,
It's
so
further west, but the rink would need some serious work.
It would take
which
a
is
lot of
the
work to
issue.
get a team
Yeah.
there, probably.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I say we head into who we would choose now at this point. I'm going to list off the 4 divisions. I'll basically just tell you what I chose. I did actually choose different teams just to be different. And well, cities, I should say, soon to be teams potentially if this were to occur. But for the East Division, I really don't see this happening. But the city I chose was Pembroke. They got the Pembroke Memorial Center. Only has a capacity of 2,250. They already got the Lumber Kings there playing in the CCHL. Could you see that?
Sorry,
I'll speak to this one because
this is interesting.
Pembroke is.
That's
Pembroke
like
is
Cornwall all over again.
But the difference with Pembroke is I think Cornwall, you're going there because you have the facilities. You're going to Pembroke because you believe that you can have a really successful franchise there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pembroke,
that screams junior hockey fanatics if an OHL team gets there.
Support the crap out of the Lumber Kings. Like I remember, talking about it, and there's a lot of hockey fans out there. I mean, could they do with a OHL team? I mean, you'd probably have to figure out the arena, and I don't know if you're looking at the numbers there, Jordan, about how many they hold there, but I don't think
that
they
rink
even have
looks tiny.
seats.
It's 2,250.
No, there's seats. There's
Is there?
seats, but
Okay.
that rink is tiny.
Yeah, it's very small.
Yeah.
So like you're going there and you're building a new arena, and like it's a tough one. Like I would love to see it because I think they could support it, but I don't think that it will ever happen just because it's a huge risk to go there and build a 4,000 seat arena when I'm not sure that 4,000 people live there, to be honest with you.
That's honestly a good point that Frankie
That's
brings
certainly
up.
a valid point.
I need to Google the
I'm Googling it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not terrible. Their population is almost 14,000.
Yeah, it's just
And that was back in 2016, so it's probably up above 15,000
yeah, but I
maybe
think
by now.
so. Like in comparison to a city like Owen Sound, because I think that's kind of the same neighborhood kind of
yeah, I'd say
vibe,
so.
right? I think Owen Sound has around 36,000.
Right now, based on 2021, Owen Sound just has just over 21,000 people.
Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought, but still, it's a very small place, and again, as we said, they don't have an arena, so like that'd be really tough.
That's an interesting one, Jordan. Now, like taking these random Ontario towns and being like, hey, we could probably do this. Like, I guess I'm more optimistic than Frankie. I feel like it could work, just based off like the location and also like how like deep rooted their hockey culture is.
Yeah,
I feel like those like it's a risk. Don't get me wrong, it is a massive risk, but I'd be like intrigued at the possibility of that diehard fan base.
Yeah, it would be nice, again, from an Ottawa standpoint. It would be nice to have a team.
I think we need another team out there
to
in
us.
that area,
'Cause-
like that circle. I feel like we definitely need another team aside from just Ottawa and Kingston out in that.
Yeah, because like you think about our travel schedule, like it's I think the only team in the OHL
I feel like
this
Frankie's now
upcoming
just
year.
change this into I'm sick of driving for this long.
I think I do think though the only team in the OHL that has a worse travel schedule than Ottawa this year is Sault Ste. Marie.
And
so
that's just basic. And there's no team going up there, so
no. Well, we might be able to have that discussion.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see what's.
I think there's one city where you can pull it off.
Alrighty, well, we'll move this along now to the Central Division. Now,
wait, are we just going off of like?
this-
Are we going off of like our own list first, and then it just goes person to person, or do we each name a city and then go?
Do you have a
keep going
list?
around?
Okay, well, you can tell me your list if you have one.
Well, I
for the
have
Central.
teams. I guess I have a list, but
Okay, tell me who you got.
I didn't do it by division. I just did it based on what I thought
I'll
made
tell
the
you
most
if it would
sense.
apply to the Central Division.
The first
then.
one I'm gonna say is we need a junior hockey team back in Hamilton.
I
I feel like
considered
that-
doing that.
I
but
think it's a given that we
that's
are
a
going to
cheap
have
one.
both
That's a cheap
Brantford and
way
Hamilton.
to get out. But Hamilton is like the prime city for a junior hockey team, and that was shown countless times. And their fan base is incredible. And because they don't have any other hockey down there, that's like the point. So it's a big city. I mean, the arena is probably going to be fixed up, so hopefully some form of hockey comes back. But that was like the first one that stuck out like a sore thumb for me. Is like Hamilton definitely needs an OHL team. That like, it's a shame that they don't have one right now. So I'm going to say that. But since that one you guys said was kind of a given, I'm going to go in a different direction than Jordan and go a little further north. And I think any team in the Muskoka region would be cool.
Oh, okay,
and the reason
interesting.
I say that is because it's not necessarily like the biggest cities out in that area, but if we're willing to go as far as North Bay, I feel like there's some middle ground in between Barrie and North Bay that we could do, like that could make that work. That's just
i.e. like a Perry Sound. Is that like that kind of
Perry
place?
Sound, like I don't know, like if Bob Cajun's out in that area, like anything between Barrie and North Bay, I feel like would be good. Perry Sound probably makes the most sense, I'd say, from like probably a population standpoint, but even Huntsville would be cool to have a junior hockey team up in that area.
Yeah, I could see that. And kind of having more.
And they
soul,
have
yes.
Huntsville does have a rink. It definitely needs some work if it's going to host junior hockey. But I mean some serious work. But you know, it is possible. And if if Pembroke is on that list of Jordan that Jordan said, and I'm a big fan of that idea, I also think expanding north but not too far north is also an option. That's kind of my logic behind that. Is if we're willing to go as far north as North Bay, as far north as the city, we can probably put another team up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a team west now, and I'm gonna go with Stratford. They do have a decent arena there, William Almond Memorial Arena. Capacity 2,828, would need to improve, obviously, but you know they would potentially have some good rivalries with Guelph and Kitchener right there. What do you think of Stratford as an option?
I think I've actually heard this one before, and like it does make sense. The arena needs some work, as we've seen a common theme, but it's not the worst thing out there. We've seen worse, and quite honestly, that's another like city similar to Brantford, I guess, in that similar like field. It makes sense from a location and population standpoint. Like I think that makes sense. Like that's a good one, I think.
Yeah, great. You're in agreement, Frankie, or no?
I mean, I'm not too brushed up on my Stratford knowledge. Can I maybe throw a American option out there?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
sure,
gonna get
go
to that
ahead.
too. I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
get to that too.
Because Josh, I know you said that we don't need something where there's already an NHL market.
Oh my God. I see where this is going, I think.
I'm not necessarily saying, I'm saying in the Buffalo, Rochester, Orchard Park region, like something upstate New York, relatively easy to get through for the Southern Ontario teams. I think it would make a lot of sense to try to put something in there.
I 100% agree. Like the Orchard Park area would be perfect.
Yeah.
I agree.
Even if you want to go as far as Syracuse, like I know that there's American League teams in some of these cities, right? And that's why the Rochester, Syracuse, Utica line kind of scares me, but is also intriguing at the same time because they can support teams, right?
I'd almost put it like I know what you mean, like it makes sense, but also like it doesn't because of the AHL side, because like then you're just oversaturating. But like Orchard Park, which is just outside of Buffalo, like just south of Buffalo, for those who aren't familiar with North American geography at all, I feel like that's kind of like a nice distance away from Buffalo, where like if fans want another option, they can go. Also, to Frankie's point, easily accessible across the border from like fans from like St. Catharines for Niagara's sake, or even Toronto and Mississauga. Like it's not
and really not that hard to get to from the Ottawa, Kingston, Cornwall people.
Yeah, it's not that far.
You cross closer to Cornwall and then drive through the states. It really is what you do, but
yeah, that's more for the diehard fans. I feel like if they're actually going to do that, because
but also for like bus trips. I'm not trying to put these kids on 37-hour bus rides.
Right? We're not the Dub after all. But I was like, this was a location that was on my list, Frankie. Hamilton, Muskoka region, and then this would be one of them for sure.
I think that's so logical if you're trying to, because like again, a hockey hotbed. People love hockey there. The Sabres have gone through it a little bit, but they still have good fan support. So.
For sure. And
also give Erie a little bit of a friend that's, on the way.
Yeah, Erie's so lost down there, man. Like they're so far. But also like, this is like great if you want to expand to an American market and you don't want to go to Detroit or Michigan in general.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I'm going to throw a wild card out there, and this is just because this was in the news. Like this has been in hockey news recently. I don't think it would ever work, just because of the distance. But Traverse City, that they host the Prospect Showcase every year, I mean, if that's not an indication that they could support a hockey team, I don't know what is.
What, like, you don't necessarily, I honest to God, I have no idea where it is, but like,
it is far. Like it's still in Michigan, so it's still like in that area, but it is on like the northwest tip of it.
Right.
Like on the shore of Lake Michigan. And that's like, you're almost closer to like Green Bay than you are to Detroit.
Now,
so
I'm going to throw another bit of a wild card out here because we really don't see that many players taken from this state.
Okay.
But what about Ohio?
I think that's kind of
like
the same.
Akron.
I mean, yeah. I almost dare to say that that's like, too far again, distance wise. Like it's not terribly far, but it's not close, which is the issue. I'd say.
See, like my thinking behind it is.
Then again, Traverse City is also really far. Like if we're going from like Toronto, because like that's kind of like where the center of like even though Toronto doesn't have an OHL team, that's kind of where the center of the market is for like a lot of teams in the area. There to Traverse City is 7 hours.
Yeah,
I don't see people doing that.
Yeah,
like regularly.
In my brain,
and to
I'm thinking...
Akron, I guess just to do this just for fun. Okay, Akron's actually not terrible. Akron's only 5 hours. That's not terrible.
But like the other thing too in my brain is
how many
thinking,
teams do you think you could have in America? Like, do you think how many is too many teams? Okay,
I think you can make
an
entirely
American
division.
Five is the thing, the cutoff.
I think you can give them their own division like they have in the Q, or not in the Q, in the Dub. Sorry,
interesting proposal.
I like that idea actually. I don't know why,
and then
but
at that time too, then you cut down on border travel a little bit, which, I mean, really, I learned is actually not that big of a problem. I think teams are getting through the border in like 15 minutes nowadays.
It's pretty good.
But if you're talking about Saginaw, Flint, Akron, Erie, and then you have a team in like the Buffalo area, they really aren't all that far apart, even though they are dealing with Lake Erie. But I think it's not ridiculous.
So I'm going to throw another one out there just because we're on the US route. And I thought to myself, just in general, what city, because there's already 2 in Michigan, I was also kind of thinking to myself, like, if realistically there was another city in Michigan that could support a team, you look around, you look at the major teams. Grand Rapids already has their team. Detroit obviously has their team. But in the center of Flint and Saginaw, if this were to happen and there's a team that goes there, it would make a nice little triangle. Lansing is almost like a great destination if you're looking to expand to Michigan. 2 reasons. Number one, it's again, like I said about the first point, it forms a nice little triangle between Saginaw and Flint. Number 2, this city, ironically enough, and this is a deep cut for all you hockey fans out there, if I'm not mistaken, this city was already portrayed as a hockey city in the beloved movie The Tooth Fairy with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because the hockey team was from Lansing in the movie. So personally, from a geographical standpoint, it could easily work. And from a rivalry divisional alignment standpoint, I think this could also work. Yeah, I love that.
I know we're running out of time on this, but from a holy crap, that would be an amazing team name perspective, I'm going Bad Axe, Michigan.
That's crazy.
That
What
would
a
be
name.
wild. Like, what are we calling a team in Bad Axe, Michigan?
That's crazy.
That'd be unique for sure.
All right.
We ready?
We are back from commercial. And as the longtime host of O Game, I feel like I've done the last like 6. It is nice to be back on the contestant side. Frankie's actually hosting it today.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you're hosting again, and I was going to get really annoyed.
No. Dude, like, it's been... Plus, you guys hate my questions anyway. Even though they're very fair, you guys hate them because you can never get them right. And you guys get showed up by Colbodo and other athletes on the show. Now, Frankie, I don't know what topic you have. I don't know what's up your sleeve. So just please enlighten us.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of based on recent news. And then the last one is not based on recent news. It's just...
This sounds like it has nothing to do with relocation at all.
No, it has nothing to do with that whatsoever. Although that would have been really smart, actually.
I thought that was like... I don't know about you, Jordan, but I thought that was the theme. That's what I always did. It's like whatever we were talking about that week, that's what O Game would be.
Man. You see, I was asked to do it last minute.
Frankie's clearly Frankie did not get the memo. That's crazy. And you could have come up with so many relocation questions quickly.
Yeah, you know what? But you know, too bad. So sad. That's the game.
So stupid. All right, let's go.
So you know what? Let's just dive right into it here. So what we're gonna do, whoever answers first can answer their answer.
Okay,
that's that simple.
That is how it works.
So for this first one, there is 2 right answers, and then I'm also going to give you a point. So you get a point for each team, and you'll get a point if you get the number of players correct.
Okay.
This
So there's
is
3 points.
wild.
There's 3 points on the line here. So let's go. NHL camps opened in the last few weeks.
Oh, Jesus
Which
Christ.
OHL teams sent the most players? And I'll tell you right now, it is tied.
You know what?
Oh man.
I have an actual guess.
Okay.
That I'm almost like, I thought of it in my head, and now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I am almost willing to bet money that this one is correct.
Okay. Would you like to say it?
Sure. It's
I
probably
guess
a good
there's
thing I
2
didn't bet money.
answers. So
Give me North Bay.
Okay. Do you have another one?
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
don't have the second one yet, but you can do the first one, and then we can just guess the second one. But
Sure.
give me North Bay for sure.
Okay.
I'm locking that one in.
Okay, that's a decent guess. There are some other teams here. I think Peterborough could. Oh, yeah, Peterborough would be.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
scared to say. I'm just
Is that
saying,
correct,
okay.
Frankie? Is one of them correct?
Well, I can't tell you that because you still have to guess another one, don't you?
Why?
Okay, we're guessing
There's
2 each.
If there's 2 teams, then why can't you just tell us the first one?
Well, because then you can both get 3 points here.
Wait. Wait.
Okay, so let's say
If
in
there's
theory,
3,
Josh,
how many teams are there? How many teams are there?
there are 2 teams.
If there are 2 teams and we both wagered our first guess,
Yep.
what is the harm in telling us if one of those guesses is correct?
Because maybe you're going to guess one of the other ones that was already mentioned.
What? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because you can do that if you want to.
Let's just play in his rules, Josh.
Yeah.
Let's just figure
that
out
is
if
the
it did.
stupidest thing I've ever.
No, because if I tell you that one of you's wrong, then it eliminates that opportunity for somebody else.
Okay, North Bay is one for sure. I could actually probably list off the players that they send to their camp.
I won't say North.
Don't waste
Bay,
your time
then.
doing that.
I won't say North Bay.
No bonus points if we name the players at the camp and what
No,
teams they're playing.
because-
No, come
Because
on.
there's a lot.
Oh, that makes me think it's not North Bay. Okay.
Oh,
Mm.
the London Knights.
So,
Okay.
Jordan, your guess is Peterborough and London? Man, London's always a safe bet. I think I'm going to go London too, to be honest, because I just can't think of anyone else that's crazy.
Okay. And then do you guys want to hazard a guess at how many players?
Just
Each of
tell
these
us
teams
the
have-
teams,
God.
man. Then we
Oh,
can
that-
guess the
Okay.
players.
So, you are both wrong on your first guess.
Okay.
Oh,
There's no.
It
How
is
is it-
not London.
wow. Oh,
Or sorry, it is London,
okay.
but it is not. Yeah, I was looking for the
Okay,
article.
but it's not North Bay or Peterborough. Is what
It
you're
is
saying.
not North Bay or Peterborough.
Okay, that's
And
interesting.
you're not
because
getting another guess because the other team, Josh, you're gonna tell me that I'm a homer for saying this, but it is Ottawa.
You are such a loser, Frankie. Oh my God.
This,
you know what?
Look.
I vote to
I-
permanently ban Frankie from hosting.
I
We
did
should've
not
known.
know.
We should've known.
I did not know.
Stupidest crap I've
I
ever
came
heard.
up with this question before I knew the answer.
No,
I
no,
want
no,
to
no,
point
no.
that out.
I don't believe you. That is some
It's true.
biased crap right there.
It's true because for a minute I thought it was Barry, and I was still going to ask it.
I almost said Barry because like I was thinking of some
I-
names and I was like,
Barry had
no.
9.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay,
maybe
so
I should have known that.
Do we want to
Damn.
guess?
I'll guess the players.
Obviously,
So it's
the
definitely
number
more
is
than
higher than
it was
9.
North
That's your hint.
Bay. No, higher than 9. North Bay didn't have 9, so yikes. Well, I have a guess.
Okay.
Give me 12.
Okay, Jordan.
Wait, this is for which team? Sorry.
Both. They're
Oh.
tied. They're tied.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that's
I mean,
scared
I'm
me.
combining how many they both
No,
sent.
oh no, how many teams each? How many players each did
Okay.
they send? Give me an even dozen, Frankie.
And
Oh, I just
Jordan,
had
what are we saying?
Wait, so you said 12? You said 12 each, Josh?
Yes.
It's not 9, it's higher than 9. So
Okay, I'm gonna say 11 each.
yeah, you're a loser.
Bang on the head.
That sucks.
It's 11 a pop.
Let's go. Let's go.
I should have
So
guessed
that's-
second. I should have
That's
guessed
2
second.
points for Jordan, 1 point for Josh. If you don't remember your own points, then too bad you're back to 0. Another one based on recent news. Today,
yeah.
the CHL published their top 10 ranking.
I know this.
Which OHL
I've
team
not
is
looked at
ranked
this.
the highest?
Oh, the highest. Oh, I know this. Actually, I know this. Yeah,
Which
I got this.
OHL team is ranked the highest?
Yes.
Is there bonus points for telling you all the teams in the rankings and
No.
where they are? Oh, come on, Frankie.
No.
Damn.
I make the rules. I'm the game host here.
That's so lame. That's some fun
So if
into
Josh
this
gets
damn
this
thing.
right, then we're tied. Then right?
I know the answer.
assuming you don't get it right.
I know
Jordan,
the answer.
I'm
I know
gonna-
the
I'm
answer.
gonna
I
make
mean,
you
I
go
haven't
first,
looked at
'cause-
this at all.
I know the answer, and I know where they are too in the ranking. Yes.
That doesn't matter, Josh. It doesn't matter where they are in the rank.
I don't care, Jordan. I'm gonna tell
They're,
Frankie
they're,
the answer.
they're number 2.
Okay, they're ranked number 2.
Behind the Randa Huskies, which is very curious.
Odd. It's a weird choice.
It's a very odd choice considering everything.
I
But
actually think so. There's, yeah, okay.
I
This
believe
is-
there's
God.
4 OHL teams listed.
There's
in this.
4, but I can only think of 3 right now. For some reason. Oh well.
Well, I won't tell you who the other 3 are.
I know
I'm
who
Because
just
the
trying
other
to
3
think.
are.
Like I could say London again, but that feels like I feel like it's not London. Like I feel like I shouldn't.
I'm gonna
say
make you
that.
guess now. I didn't answer.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm just gonna say the London Knights. I changed my mind. It's them again.
Can I just assume your answer here, Josh? Because
I hate you, Jordan. It is London. They're number 2.
it is
I hate
London. They
you.
are number
Give
2.
me the extra.
Let's go.
Give me the extra points, Frankie. I know who the other 3 teams are. I just realized.
It is,
Saginaw at 4,
Yeah.
Sudbury at 8, Owen Sound
What
at
is-
10.
Okay.
which is a
Dang.
very odd ranking. You know, it's just there's no 67s
Interesting.
on there,
I
but we'll
respect
see.
the Sudbury
We'll
ranking
see.
at 10.
I
at
mean,
8, sorry.
Guelph was on this list last year, and then they started.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's true. Just doesn't
terrible,
really
so-
matter.
One more recent news question here.
Fucking
Okay,
do this.
Okay,
We got
this is
more.
worth 1 point again.
Okay.
Steph Fargione signed with the North Bay Battalion as a free agent invite like a day or 2 ago. He has, however, played in the OHL before. Who with?
I know this too. Oh
I
my
do
god.
not know this. Oh, Jam. That
I
sounds
know
familiar, though. That name sounds familiar.
This. I know this.
gonna
Carter
be
Valley
funny.
Hockey Group
gonna be funny.
legend. I
It's
know
gonna be
this.
funny.
I know this. I know this.
Let's hear it, Josh.
Wait, does Jordan give
No,
up?
I have to give a
Jordan-
guess here.
Okay, let's hear a guess.
No, but I know the answer, so I'm going to give it away for sure.
Sorry, so
Okay.
This one I can bet $1 million.
He has
on that I
played,
know.
I believe it is 13 games in the OHL before.
Yeah. This one I know.
He was
when did-
outstanding in the pre.
when
I
did
don't
he
know if you guys
play?
got a chance to watch him. Outstanding.
He was outstanding. And was it
In
last
what,
year?
preseason?
Yes, and in the preseason. I mean,
Okay, okay.
he played out of his mind. Like he was really good.
No, the
But you're saying he
answer.
played 13 games last year.
I think it was the year before last year.
Okay,
I think he
it's
went to
been that-
junior A last
okay.
year, but I know the
So it's
answer.
junior
He
A.
played really well in junior A too.
We should have him on the pod.
We could probably do that actually.
Yeah.
I like him. He's annoying, but I really like him. And he's annoying
The
because he works
Niagara
really hard.
Ice Dogs is my guess.
Okay, so Jordan is betting that the Niagara Ice Dogs let a gem slip through the cracks.
It wouldn't be the
And
worst first
when you
time, I
answer
guess.
this, Josh, I think it's going to be really funny.
We tied, baby, because Steph Bergioni played for your Mississauga Steelheads.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Let's
that's
Yes, he
why
did.
I sound
Yes,
like an idiot though.
he did.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
let's go, baby.
we are tied now, right?
That name
Yeah.
sounded familiar too. I
Are
was
we
like,
actually
what-
tied?
Yeah, 3-3, I think. 'Cause Jordan got very lucky
Yes.
and gets London
Yes.
Knights for number 2 on CHL
Yes.
rankings.
All right, so there's 3 points available for the last question. Then
Oh my god, there's another question? Okay.
there's one more question.
Yeah, it's 4 standard.
This one's a little bit more. How well do you
History-based,
know
said.
the
Yeah,
OHL? But
this I'm not going to do
Okay.
well on at all.
the Saginaw Spirit hosting
no.
the Memorial Cup marks the 3rd consecutive time the OHL host has been from the Western Conference. Name the last 3 Eastern Conference teams to host the Memorial Cup.
I'm sorry. You just threw a massive loop into this. Sorry. So you said
Yes.
Saginaw marks it the 3rd straight time the West has hosted
Yes.
it in the OHL. Name the last 3 Eastern
The
teams.
last-
Are you
oh,
out of your
jeez, man.
mind?
No.
I have
Okay,
a terrible bit. Okay, this
I
is
think
gonna...
I know one. I think I know one.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know one.
Okay, wait. Do we have to guess this in order, or can we just name the
Oh,
team?
you know what? I'll give it to you.
Can you give us one guess at a time? Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
right.
gonna-
I want the
we need to
year
get like
accompanied with
buzzers,
it.
man.
Okay,
I'll give
I
you the year plus or minus 1 year. So 2023, for example, if you say 24 or 22, I'll give it to you.
Oh, we have to give you the year too?
Yeah, because there's
Oh
only
god. Okay.
I don't have the
there's
year.
only 10 Eastern Conference teams, so I
Okay,
don't
ready?
want
I'm
you to
going
start
first. I'm
spamming out the
going
names.
first.
Okay. I have a guess that I'm actually somewhat confident in, but
2015, there was an Eastern team that hosted the OHL team that hosted it, right? 2015.
No.
Can I give you the team first, Frankie?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
My first guess is going to be the Gens.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say that, man.
I don't think so. Hold on.
What?
You don't think so? How do
I
you
don't
not
think
have
so.
the
Hold on.
answers?
I'm double checking this.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
double checking this.
striking a vote. Frankie's never hosting O Game again. This is a joke.
Okay, 2 seconds here. 2 seconds here. Okay.
Well, I did put the
Because
I-
that one
I
makes a
put
lot of
this on
sense,
the
but I
last
don't-
minute.
Have that. Hold on.
What other Eastern team would have hosted a Mem Cup?
I swore
Oh, this
Oshawa
is
hosted it.
so
No, I-
weird. Wait, why are you? Don't tell us the answer now, because Jordan could just guess Oshawa with me and get it right.
Oh,
Okay,
this
so
is-
I'll tell you. Okay.
The fact that you don't have an answer key in front of you right now is
No, I
actually
do. I
crazy.
do, but that sounded right, so I wanted to double check. Okay.
what sounded right?
I'm
You're saying
so
Oshawa
confused.
sounds right?
Oh my god, you just gave Jordan the answer.
No. Jordan, are you piggybacking on this one?
What
or
is happening right
I'm
now? This is the
piggybacking on
most...
it. Yeah.
not? Okay, well it's
Yeah.
wrong. It's wrong.
Oh, it's wrong. Oh,
It's wrong.
God.
They okay. So why we think we hosted it? They hosted it. They
They hosted
won
the
it.
OHL final.
they
Or
won
no,
it
he won
in
in
Quebec.
London. Oh, in Quebec. That's where it is.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and they also had their name in to host the COVID year, and probably would have, but we didn't get to that.
Oh jeez. Okay. Can you?
I am.
I think
so
you're
lost
honestly
right
gonna
now.
have to give us the year. and we're
Yeah,
gonna-
Can you
would
give us
you-
the years?
Like,
yeah,
give
give us
You
the
know what?
years.
I can do that. 2011 is the most recent.
Ooh, 2011. You know what? That's pretty recent enough. I feel like we should know it.
It comes with a twist.
Oh, so this team doesn't.
That
This is a team that's
doesn't
either
exist
moved?
anymore.
That's
This
how we
team
say it,
definitely
basically, the
relocated.
team's
Okay, I
moved.
think I got one then. I gotta guess. Jordan, you
Okay,
can
you
go.
go first, Josh.
No, I guess with the Gens. You go first. You, god damn.
Okay. This is an Eastern team that I have to guess.
If it's not this team, I'm out of this. Like, I'm just gonna hang up the call.
Okay, I'm gonna say no, because I was gonna say Kingston, but they were betting. Like they definitely did not host it. Sudbury. Oh, that feels so wrong. No,
What kind of guess is that?
That's a terrible guess.
That's
regret this.
awful.
I regret
What do
guessing
you got here, Josh?
I think Belleville hosted it.
Oh,
you're
no.
both wrong. You're
Both wrong. What the
You're
heck?
both wrong. It was
What
the
is this?
Mississauga St. Michael's Majors.
No.
Why did you tell us that?
Because you both got it wrong. Is
I thought we
how
were
the
going to
game
keep
is working
guessing.
now.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's unfortunate.
You know what?
We changed how the
Jordan,
game works because it was going to take too long.
Frankie, I'm not even kidding when I say this. You are never hosting this again.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes.
If this was a ploy to get yourself out of this, this is one of the worst hosting jobs I've ever seen in
All
my
right.
entire life.
There will be no slander of the host. The final warning. I'll deduct a point.
Oh, man.
I'm
The
gonna
second
deduct
guess I
a
have
point.
is Frankie sucks at hosting O games. This is brutal.
That's a point
Brutal.
deducted. Actually, you know what? Half point deducted.
Jesus
So
Christ.
nobody knows who's won. Do
You
we have
got
any-
2.5 points right now. There
any
are two
last
more.
minute- Well, there's still two other teams. How about we just have to guess one right? Whoever guesses the next right team wins. How about
Sure.
we do
Give
that?
me the year, Frankie.
1999, which is crazy that that's the second most recent time.
Okay.
What OHL teams were there in 1999?
If it helps, this team also won that year.
That does not help in
Okay,
any.
well,
Wow.
helps me.
Yeah, I have a guess.
You got
I could tell that Jordan so badly just wants to back off of whatever you say.
Exactly. This is ridiculous. I've led
Who went
Jordan to the
fir- I
right
went
answer like
first.
twice.
Okay, what? You want me to answer first again?
Yes, answer first. Oh my God.
Okay. So 1999.
Turn of the millennium.
24
Oh my God. I almost
years
said
ago.
the dumbest answer ever. My team that I was thinking of is in the Western
Half the
Conference.
teams
Jesus Christ.
No longer exist. Seems like okay.
Josh,
well,
what were you going to say? I need to know
I
now.
was gonna say Kitchener, but they're the Western.
Oh my God.
Oh
that's
my
a
God.
West team. Okay, you know what? I feel like I'm gonna go with my gut here.
Mm.
Was it the Ottawa 67s?
What are you saying here, Josh?
Oh God. I'm nervous because Frankie, that's definitely on brand for
'Cause,
Frankie. He would
you
definitely
know,
say that.
like, yeah,
Do
yeah,
you
I was
think the
like, you know, one
67s
of
won
these
it in
teams was
1999?
Ottawa.
I don't think they won it in 1999. Oh shit. All right, fine. Ottawa. It's Ottawa, isn't it?
Man, that's crazy that you're just going to steal his answer like that and be right.
We're continuing. We have to continue to the last team.
We've got one more, okay?
The
And
Hey,
it
look,
was
this is why
okay.
you shouldn't have said the first one because then we could have used that as a tiebreaker too. But no,
there's one
now-
more. There's one
I know
more.
there's one more.
1996
Okay.
is
Oh,
the
wow.
third most recent time.
You know this. I really,
Wait. Have like if we
Like, who were even
say
prospects back then, like
if we said like you know how I guessed Oshawa the first time? Can I guess Oshawa again? Like is
Yeah, if you
or
want
did
to.
Oshawa not host at all?
yeah, man, do
did
what you want.
Okay.
I do believe Oshawa has hosted. So
Okay, then it's probably not Oshawa then, based off that response.
Yeah.
I'll be
Christ.
trying to throw you a curveball too.
Yeah, it could be.
You never know.
I mean, no, this is an East team. But this could be another team that doesn't even like have the same name anymore. Remember that? Or
Could
is
be.
it-
Exactly. Which is how the hell would we know this? Can I get a list of the teams in the East?
No. You should know this. You host an OHL podcast. And you work for an Eastern Conference team.
Frankie, listen, you know shockingly little about anything else that's not 67s related. So I would
Hey man.
keep your mouth
Hey, man.
closed
Ah,
on this.
I'm the host.
You
I'm the
barely
game.
know anything about the 67s
I'm the
for
game.
Christ's sake.
That's not true at all.
I never thought we'd
I'm
have
gonna-
a
I'm gonna need some
30-minute
answers here.
game.
Well, if you cut the part out where I was confused about my own question, then
God, that would have saved us 15 minutes.
There'll be a lot of cutting in this, I think.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know.
I'll give you another hint.
Yeah.
They did not win this year.
How is that a hint? See, like, this is so stupid.
Okay,
I would never do this as a host.
A hint that actually helps. This team still exists.
Okay.
Oh, it's got it.
Like they have the same name, you mean? Or
Yes.
it's just okay.
They are
dude.
they still exist.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I don't even know.
Is it North Bay?
No. Okay, Frankie, tell him if that's wrong. You know what? No,
they weren't even in North Bay at that point.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, they
that's
weren't.
it.
Yeah, that was a stupid.
Whoa. Is that a hint?
Now Josh has to go.
Oh
Well,
my
no,
God,
that's just a wrong answer.
No. What did? Oh my God.
Well, he picked a team that didn't exist.
No, I know. But like you said, they weren't even in North Bay. Does that mean I guess Brampton Battalion? Oh, you said the team still exists, so I guess not. That wouldn't make any sense. Okay, well, Jordan's out.
I also did Brampton exist in 1996? I don't think they did.
No idea. Okay, well, in 1999,
This is so. This
and
is
they didn't win.
Rails.
This
God.
has to be the
96.
Gens. This has to be the Gens.
It's not.
Oh my God.
God damn it!
Okay, we're continuing the guessing.
I'm
game
going to
now.
give you guys one more shot each. If
Oh
not,
my God!
if not, then we're deciding this based on rock paper
Guessing
scissors.
Oshawa, man.
The Kingston Frontenacs.
No.
Okay, just narrow this down. Dude, were the Niagara Ice Dogs even a team in 1996? I don't
They
think
were
so.
not called the Ice Dogs. back
Exactly,
then.
so that's out. It's not a team up north.
Or is it?
No, it's not. Don't do this.
Dude, what team could this be?
Oh wait. Oh no. This.
Oh my goodness.
No, the Sioux's in the West, so it wouldn't be them.
Oh my God.
Watch. This is not. If this is a
It's
team
Ottawa
in the West,
again.
imagine.
No, it's not
There's no
Ottawa
way
again.
it's
No,
Ottawa
imagine it
again.
was though. That'd be crazy.
Imagine it was. I would kill you. Dude, there's only like 5 teams left. It was not
Which is why it's crazy that you can't figure this out.
team Frontenacs. Give me Kingston.
He just said Kingston. No.
Did you just say Kingston?
Yes.
I did.
We're going with one more here. Come on.
Did you really? When did you say that?
I just said it. I literally just guessed Kingston.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not good.
Come on. We got let's go one more here.
96? That's crazy.
96.
And they're in the East? Who the
They are
frick
in the
is
East.
in the East that I'm forgetting. All right, Jordan. It's a wager one, man. Holy balls.
There you
This
go.
is-
I just guessed, Josh, so I can't even guess
What?
now.
You didn't just guess.
I have to
just
wait. I have to wait till you guess. I guessed after you. You have the last guess.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're
I
flipping it here. I
just
like
said-
that idea.
No, I just said Kingston. Your turn. Go.
Oh, his Kingston counts. Okay.
Yes.
Does it count?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
okay. If it
counting
counts,
that.
then- all right.
He said, okay. The Sudbury Wolves.
No. Didn't you
Jordan,
already say
stop
that?
going up north. There, don't host shit up there. Okay, wait. What is
Josh,
it?
if you don't get it this round, I win. That's what's happening here.
Frankie, you already win because you already made me want to die in this game.
This
This
is
has
so
been
bad.
brutal hosting.
Oh, I think
There's
think
really
we've
not that
missed
many
the team.
teams left
I
in
think
the
we've
Eastern
missed
Conference.
the team. I think I feel kind of stupid now. I think I know the team.
Okay, let's see. Eastern Conference teams, not Sudbury, not North Bay. There's no way it was Barrie because their rink is not big enough. I don't even think Barrie's been to Memorial Cup before. Oh my God, it's not Barrie. There's no way it's Barrie. There's no way. But again, who
Yeah, we're gonna have to add a timer to this and everything. We're gonna have to really
Yeah.
speed this up.
And then no Gens, no Kingston, no Ottawa. Niagara wasn't a team.
I don't know why you weren't trying to put 2 and 2 together like an hour ago, but
Dude, this is crazy. You said the team still exists and has the same name?
yes. Yes. And they still play in the same arena, actually.
Oh my God. It's not Barrie, but oh God.
Can
Colin
I
told
steal?
me.
I think I might know.
Is it Barrie, Frankie?
No.
Oh,
Jordan, come on.
no.
You got it.
The Peterborough Petes.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Jesus
Let's go.
Christ.
Thank
That's
you.
crazy.
It's about time, man. Like we're
Yeah.
talking about the OHL champions at present, and neither of you remember
Oh,
they
that's
existed.
so bad. Yeah. Oh,
That is
man.
really That's bad. That's bad. All right, Jordan, sign off. I'm so tired of this.
Well, everyone, welcome back, and thanks for being here for our season 2 premiere. Definitely a bit of a wild one, but what did you expect from the three of us? Nonetheless, we'll be back next week. We'll have some player previews on specific teams who we think is going to break out, and of course, we'll got some interviews coming up as well. So
Frankie is never hosting again.
That's the lesson learned, too.
Sounds like mission accomplished to me, man.
We
all know that creating the question sucks.
This is Jordan. This has been the O Talk Podcast. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.